Because of you, I've been changed. To understand where I am, you must understand where I have come from. To understand why I'm changed, you must understand what caused my change. My change, just as any other person, did not happen overnight. Change for me happened some 67 years ago. Change for me, I believe, has been a gradual process. I was born in the South, raised by my teenage mother and grandmother, educated in a private Catholic school, and grew up Catholic. Given the fact that the customs, trends, and social values were different, just because of the time of my formative development may justify why I can stand here today impacted by an evolution of change. Perhaps the awareness of my change occurred after the birth of our first son, and even more after the second son. For me, as a mother, change came during the 9 months of carrying a child. For me, inasmuch as my two sons were only 10 months apart. You talk about change, tremendous change. Pregnant for 2 years, that's change. I dare say my two sons brought about a transformation in me. The year was 1991, and my son was diagnosed with full-blown AIDS. T-cell count 3. Change. First of all, I did not know or understand the acronym AIDS/HIV, and I had no knowledge of the disease. You do understand, I was not from that generation. I knew little, if anything, about AIDS, HIV, T-cell count, gay, straight, partner. Homosexuality was not a part of whatever society I believed myself to be infused in. Change for me indeed. Change for me indeed. Did it happen overnight? Hell to the no. But did it happen? Yes. Yes, it happened very much like a seed. A seed is planted, and it becomes a beautiful flower once it dies. So you see, I had to die to the dirt that others heaped on my head. I had to die to the customs and the trends of what society thought and said. I had to die to the hurt. I had to get past my pain. I had to get past the ridicule that I thought others felt and believed. I had to get past the frustration of the situation. Slowly, ever so slowly, I was able to allow just a ray of sun, a ray of hope into who I really was. Just a mother. I had to allow every one of my tears to water my spirit. I had to allow the old to be transformed to something new. I had to allow a rebirth in me. I had to realize that no matter the disease, no matter who or what society thought, no matter what the church, family, or anyone else thought or said, my son was a person that I birthed into the world. And so he grew inside of me with each cell of life that lived inside of me. And transformation took place in me and changed me. Although my son was diagnosed and lived with the disease, so too did I. With each and every day, with every month and year that passed, I looked, I watched, and prayed, and yes, even sometimes hoped my life would change, because it was in my looking and watching I discovered that I had changed. I realized if I was going to be a part of my son's life, I had to forgive myself for allowing a society that did not birth, nurture, or give life to my sons. I had to judge my son. I had to allow his life choices to be my son's. It is because of who my son is. No, I did not say was. He continues to live in my heart. My son's life changed my thoughts, changed my heart, and taught me the true meaning of unconditional love. My son's life taught me to tell his story wherever I can and to whomever I can. My son's life was a ray of hope for me. My son's life taught me to be sensitive to the needs of everybody. My son's life taught me to stand up when innuendos and jokes are made and say with no shame or hesitation, yes, my son was gay, but he was my son, and I still love him. My son's life taught me that life is about change. Life is about rebirth and new beginnings. Because of my son, my awareness of who God is in my life has changed. For you see, now I can allow him to use me to affect change in others. Because of you, I had the opportunity to attend 2 National AIDS Congresses and told your story. Because of you, I have presented your story at workshops, at retreats. I have prayed for those living with and affected by the HIV/AIDS virus. Because of you, I learned how to visit the sick and to minister to families more often than that. I've just learned to be present when the need dictates. You asked the question, have I been changed? Yes, I've been changed. Now, I'm free to tell my story. I'm transformed. I've been changed because of you. No doubt, I've been changed. It is because of you, my bright, excellent son, Stephen Xavier Poe, I've been changed. And for that, I simply say, Stephen, I thank you for changing me.